DJI was one of the first to introduce a wireless mic kit that was sleek, compact, and full of features. What if I told you they did the same thing, but smaller with the DJI Mic Mini? Now, before I dive into this, I do want to say that I bought these with my own money, and I will be using this mic during the recording, just that way you can know what it sounds like without any post-editing or anything like that right out of the box. Now, diving inside the box, you actually get a nice pouch that has everything inside of it, which is pretty awesome to keep things nice and tidy. For accessories, you actually get a straight cable to connect to the receiver to the camera. I don't know why they're still doing straight cables, like please just give me a coiled cable. And then you also get a USB-C to USB-A. You also get 4 different wind fuzzies, which 2 are gray and 2 are black to fit your outfit if you would like to. And the actual mics themselves come inside of a charging case, which feels kind of light. It holds the mic minis and the receiver. And for comparison, here is the first DJI wireless mic for size. Now the mic can be attached with the built-in clip or magnets, and the receiver is pretty straightforward as it just has a gain dial with a connection status LED, power and connection button, and a built-in clip. You also get a Type-C adapter for the receiver, but no lightning adapter as they are sold separately. So any old iPhone users, I'm sorry, but you have to buy that on your own. And no, the old one doesn't work. Believe me, I tried and it does not work with the new receiver. So I forgot to say something in the video. Basically, there are different options you can purchase as far as like what it actually comes with and what combos. This basically is the 2 transmitter, 1 receiver with the charging case. There is an option where you can do 1 transmitter, 1 receiver, and it comes with its own little charging base for the actual mic itself. So that one starts at $89.99, and then this one goes all the way up to $169.99, but there are a couple different options in between. Just want to give you guys a heads up on that, so back to the video. Overall, I will say this is pretty much what I expected to get with this mic, but I will say that the addition of this little pouch right here is kind of nice, to be honest. Now, with this mic being so much smaller, does it actually have all the features a wireless mic should have? Well, when you connect the receiver to your phone and use the DJI Mimo app, you actually have a plethora of options to change on these mics and the receiver. You have 2 different levels of noise cancellation with strong and basic, mono and stereo tracks when recording with a single receiver, safety tracks so that way your right channel actually records at a lower volume than your left, so in case you have any peaking or any issues, you can use that track instead. You have a low cut filter, and you also get the auto on and off feature, but you also get an auto on and off feature with camera power, which that is actually kind of cool, so that way you can actually save battery, so whenever you turn your camera on, the receiver goes on. When you turn it off, the receiver goes off to save battery. Kind of sick that they actually added this in the Mic Mini, as I kind of see this as like a value microphone system. And you get clipping control, so it automatically adjusts your gain to avoid clipping if you get too loud with the mic. For the mic itself, you get an auto on and off feature. You also have a power button, which toggles noise cancellation, and the mic LED indicator. You also have a connection button as well to turn on the Bluetooth function or to change it back over to the receiver function. Honestly, I was really surprised by all the features this has, considering it's more of a less expensive wireless set of microphones, and the auto on and off feature is something you don't even find on the original DJI mic, which I thought was kind of cool. Now, another cool thing about the actual mic in the case itself is that you actually have the ability to charge the mics for 5 minutes, and it gives you 1 hour worth of recording. So I thought that was kind of neat, just because if you're in a pinch and you still have to record something, you can just let it charge for 5 minutes and then you're right back to recording. Now, although the mics themselves do have the ability to work via Bluetooth, you have to keep in mind that when you use it Bluetooth with the device, you lose some of those features like the low cut filter and also the ability to do the safety track as well. So the DJI Mic Mini comes with a lot of accessories, a lot of different features, but how well do these things actually work? To answer that question, we're gonna be going on a field trip outside. I know, exciting. So make sure you guys grab a jacket because it is cold out there, but we're gonna be testing this with the phone, with the camera in different scenarios and such. So make sure you guys grab someone by the hand and let's go outside. I guess I probably need these, huh? Check, 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 check. Hey, DJI Mic Mini, let's go, baby. You know, I'm actually really excited for winter this season. This is like our first snowfall we got. Live in New Hampshire, by the way. Yeah, so pretty pumped for it, but let's talk about this. Okay, so right now we are outside using the DJI Mic Mini. There is no noise cancellation on, so this is what it sounds like with the wind fuzzy on. There is some background noise, by the way, like maybe like, I don't know, 100 feet that way or so, or a little bit more. There's a bridge. Let's take it off. Which, by the way, what's really cool is they actually give you these gray ones and they give you black wind fuzzies. I just kind of like the gray ones, but if you're trying to be like more discreet or match your clothing, then they also have black ones, which is kind of cool. But this is without the wind fuzzy on. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and activate the noise canceling. So when you hit the power button on this side, then on this side, you actually have this little light right here that lights up that shows you that the noise cancellation is on. This is what the noise cancellation sounds like without the wind fuzzy on. Again, cars are going by over there, like 150 feet. And now this is the noise cancellation with the wind fuzzy on. So what we're actually doing here, as you can tell, this goes down pretty far. So we're going to go ahead and do a test of how far it is that we can go with this mic, just to kind of test the distance. I believe they said it's like 400 feet or yards or something like that you can go with this thing. I think it's like 400 feet. We're going to test it out and try it. So I'm going to start walking. All right, so currently I am 10 feet away from my camera, and I'm going to turn around just to show you what it sounds like if the device is blocked. So I'm going to continue walking a little bit longer. All right, so currently I am now 40 feet away from my camera. I can still see my camera, obviously. Perfect line of sight. Now the receiver is being blocked by my body, so don't know if it sounds good or not. I'm going to walk a little bit further than this. Okay, so now I'm about 100 feet roughly from my camera. I can see my camera still. Obviously, you can see me. I'm probably really small on the screen, though. But yeah, now I'm being blocked or whatever if the receiver's so good. All right, so I'm pretty sure I'm like 200 feet from the camera right now. This is what it sounds like. No, I think this is 300. 300. I'm pretty sure I'm 300 feet from the camera, roughly. Line towards the end, I started walking because I was like scared someone's gonna steal my stuff. It's pretty sketchy. I got my camera, another lens, Fat Culture hat from the first drop that I don't want to lose, a laptop, my Peter McKinnon bag. I'm not trying to flex. It's just stuff that I really like, but it's also expensive. Okay, so that was me testing, walking like, I don't know, like 300 feet, 400 feet. I don't know. That was a long way. Honestly, I don't think any content creator is going to be that far away from their camera, but like, just in case. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my phone because I feel like this might be a really great option for people that use phones, but also a lot of these microphones are used with phones. So let's go and see what it sounds like plugged up to my iPhone 16 Pro Max. All right, so this is basically me using the DJI mic with the wireless transmitter to my phone. This is what it sounds like. This is with the wind fuzzy on. Now this is with the wind fuzzy on. That was with the wind fuzzy off. I think I said it was on, but it was clearly off. This is with the wind fuzzy on, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the noise canceling. All right, so now we have the noise canceling on. This is what it sounds like with the wind fuzzy connected directly to my phone with the receiver with the fuzzy on with noise canceling. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and try and connect my mic via Bluetooth to my phone and see how that sounds. Let's check it out. Okay, so now I am Bluetoothing the mic to the actual phone. So this is what it sounds like. I'm standing probably like, this is about 4 feet from the phone. This is like almost within arm's length of the phone. This is basically what it sounds like with the wind fuzzy on. I'll take it off. Actually, here, let's do the noise canceling. All right, so this is the DJI to my phone, Bluetooth with the wind fuzzy on, with noise canceling on. Now I'm gonna take the wind fuzzy off. All right, so this is with the wind fuzzy off, and this is the noise canceling on. Now I'm gonna turn the noise canceling off, and there we go. This is what it sounds like with nothing on it, no noise canceling, directly Bluetooth to the phone. Let me know what you guys think. I'll tell you what I think in post once I actually get through editing this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the Bluetooth is actually better than I thought, so I actually wanna go a little bit further back to continue messing with it, because that was actually really surprising. Also, this sweater was way better than I thought. Lab Culture, so boy Jayhawk, shout out to Jayhawk, created a pretty sick hoodie. I love this thing. I've been like living in it for a while, so don't judge. It doesn't smell, but you should go buy one too. All right, let's get this test going. Okay, so this is about 100 feet. I have it now clipped to my shirt. I'm just gonna basically kind of talk and keep taking away some of the distance, walk inwards. I'm actually gonna turn around right now. So this is 100 feet Bluetooth with the mic, with the wind fuzzy on. And now I'm actually obstructing the sound, or I'm obstructing the view of it. So this is about like 20 feet. I'm pretty sure it's about 20 feet. So this is what it sounds like at 20 feet, turning around, blocking the view of the receiver, and now turning back around. And this is what it sounds like when I'm facing it. And that's basically what I'm gonna do for a test. As I'm walking closer, you guys can figure it out. Now personally, I listened back to it the first time I did a test on it, was really surprised by the fact that it just kept up pretty decently. Sound quality, that's a different story. But connection, I am still pretty surprised. I'm using the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I don't know if that's going to make a difference between other phone models and stuff due to different versions of Bluetooth. So yeah, not going to lie, it is getting pretty cold out here. I definitely just took the jacket off to flex the apparel from Lab Culture. Still pretty cold out here. Yeah, so I'm going to put my jacket back on. We're going to go drink some coffee and edit the video and figure out what I think. One quick test I do want to do, which is going to be a little ridiculous, is I want to test the magnet strength. Maybe a little stop, come back. A little, digger in the snow. Maybe a little shake and bake, little Harlem shake in the middle of nothing. Okay, all right. Seems pretty good. I'm be honest. I feel like those are some pretty accurate and very well thought out tests. So, all right, now we're gonna go back inside. I'm cold. I'm gonna go edit this. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I am so glad to be back inside because it was dang cold out there. Okay, so let's go over a couple of likes and dislikes about these mics that I have so far after using them a few times. I love the form factor of these. Honestly, it feels so much easier using something this small and compact that I was actually surprised by the size and the fact that the size makes it feel easier to use. I also feel like they added so many different features for this price point. Like the auto on and off feature is massive because I can't tell you how many times I've been using these or a wireless set and all of a sudden the battery drains because I wasn't managing the battery in between recording and not recording. So being able to have it turn off with the actual camera is massive. I also really do enjoy the fact that you can keep the wind fuzzies and everything else inside the I really do enjoy the fact that you can keep the wind fuzzies inside the case. The more accessories I can fit in this thing without it being too bulky is huge because I don't have to worry about carrying around a bag if I do want to carry most of my accessories with me. And not to mention, I think the sound quality of these things is pretty great. I mean, I've been using this the entire time from this video and also when I was outside, and I think they honestly sound good without any kind of like EQ or anything in post effect. Now, for things I was not a huge fan about. Now, the Bluetooth option is cool to use in a pinch, but honestly, the quality is nowhere near the actual transmitter and receiver combo. So yeah, if you really need to, you can Bluetooth it to your phone, but the quality is going to be noticeably different than using it with the actual receiver. The range was not quite what I thought it would be. I was surprised by how much the signal was dropping within the 400 feet, which is well within their 400 meters. But I also highly doubt that many people are going to be using this at that range or even close to it. But the signal did drop pretty fast when my body was blocking line of sight of the actual transmitter. And those genuinely were the only two things I did not like about using this mic. But before I recommend this to certain people, I do want to answer some questions about it, as I did go to socials to ask people if they had any questions. So here are some of the questions people asked. So Gil Level asked, how many can I fit in my mouth? And Bomber Tank asked, for someone looking to purchase, are they better off picking this up or saving some cash and picking up the older model? Well, with this new DJI Mic Mini, I really do like all the features that they added and just how easy it is to use. And honestly, the sound quality I think is great. But I do think that the lack of a backup track is gonna be really hard. So if you're trying to use it for more of like a professional setting or interviews and stuff like that, having the ability to record on the actual microphone itself and have a backup track is fantastic. Without that, it makes it kind of hard to be able to say that you can use this in more professional setting or with client work. So just keep that in mind. Also, shout out my boy Bomber Tank, love you. Cyran decided to ask me like a million questions. So noise cancellation, yes, it does have it on there. Honestly, think it works pretty well. Doesn't sound too weird, a little weird, but definitely usable. Secondly, dual channel recording. You can record on left and right at a lower noise on the right side if that's what you're asking, but if you're asking two separate tracks in general, no, it doesn't do that. And then also using the mic outside of the app. Honestly, all you have to do is just use the Mimo app to actually set up your settings on these, and then after that, you don't have to worry about using them again. I personally haven't found myself jumping back into it unless it's to do an update, and that's about it. Woody Paul asked, how do they taste? Not that great. Definitely would not make a sandwich with these. So Zero or AgentBot asked, if you lost this mic, for this price, would you replace it with the same thing or not? Let's go and just jump into the final thoughts and I'll answer that question right in there. So I personally really do love the form factor of these, like how small and discreet they are, plus all the new features that they have, even compared to the first DJI mics, which don't get me wrong, the first DJI mics are amazing, still even by today's standards. This having the solid quality that it does, using them and just configuring them through the app, it was super easy to do, and I really think that a lot of content creators can appreciate just how simple these mics are and how good they sound out of the box. I do wish they had onboard recording on the mic themselves, and unfortunately with them not having that, I feel like this puts us in a different range for certain content creators. So if you're a content creator for yourself at home, travel, vlogs and stuff like that, I feel like these are gonna be absolutely amazing to use. Personally, I will be using these for my own personal content going forward, as I really do like them, and I feel like the form factor just makes them super pleasant to shoot with. But for client shoots and events, I'm probably gonna be sticking with other wireless systems I have that actually have built-in recording to the actual mic themselves, just for that secondary, in case something happens, I have that backup. So to answer the question, if I lost these, would I still buy them for the same price point? Yes, I definitely would.